What's up? Hope everyone is having a good day and is ready for another video in the series we like to call Underrated Throwers. Today we got Christoph Harting. So for those of you who might recognize the last name Harting, yeah, his brother is Robert Harting, one of my favorite throwers. And his brother will forever be one of also my favorite throwers, but for completely different reasons. So first off, let's be on a serious note. He's a 2016 Olympic champion and really a very underrated Olympic final in terms of the storyline. And that storyline is really the reason I will forever love Christoph Harting. And he had a really, really short career. He ended his career in 2019. So very, very... he didn't really do anything in terms of medals or anything outside of 2016. And honestly, it was very surprising when because I think he was in like 5th place in the final, and then on like his last throw or the 5th round, I think it was the last round, or the 5th round, he decided to throw a personal best of like 68.37 and basically beat Peter Malachowski in the final. And that's mainly why I will forever love him. Not that I first and foremost, I really like Peter Malachowski. I think he's actually a very underrated thrower himself. And I've been thinking about actually, I don't know, I forget if I made a video about him already, but if I haven't, I might in the future. But, I mean, he just can't seem to beat a Harting. Whether it's Robert Harting or Christoph Harting. Like, honestly, I like to think that he just goes to bed at night and just like has nightmares about these two just cucking him out of medals. Because in 2009 World Champs, I mean, he was leading the comp the whole time, and then Robert Harting on his last throw just beat him out with a PB at the time. And then the same thing happened in 2016. And I know Peter Malachowski was like, oh, thank God, like Robert Harting's injured, like he didn't make the final. Like, oh, this is surely going to be mine because nobody else can even come close to me in terms of distance. And then Christoph Harting threw like a meter further than him out of nowhere. Oh, my God. So that's why and I don't mean to laugh, but that's just really, really funny to me. Sorry, that's just like really, really funny to me. So for that reason, he's goated in my mind. So for the memes, I love it. I love it so much. It's just so funny to me. Oh my God. He just like, Peter Malachowski could just never catch a break. Like he could just never beat Robert Harting when Robert Harting hit his like peak. And then after that, he just couldn't even beat Christoph Harting. So now Peter Malachowski just has 2 silvers and in Olympics and never the gold. Oh, that's hilarious. Anyway, besides that, I also think he's underrated because he has very weird technique. And I don't mean weird in like a bad way. It's just, I shouldn't even say weird. It's more unique. Sorry, let me try and compose myself. Every time I just think of that comp, it just makes me laugh. I don't know why. Sorry. Sorry about that. Let me actually get serious for a minute. All right. So, let me play this a couple of times. So I am not gonna replay his 68 because he was at the Olympics, and I don't want to get copyrighted from the Olympics because they really like to do that when you play Olympic footage. So this, I think was probably one of like his best throws of his life. 67.93. That's around what his PB was. So, I don't know what year this was from. I'm assuming it was around 2016, if not in 2016. This looks like it was in Mannheim. Actually, does it say? No, it doesn't. Okay. This really looks like it's in the Mannheim ring in Germany. So, really go to comp already. I've always wanted to throw in this ring just because of the history of it. So, as you could already tell from the video, just by playing it, he has a very unique orbit. So he winds pretty tilted down, so his left shoulder's down, and the right side's up, which honestly isn't bad. Like Jurgen Schultz did that. That's just a very German thing. A lot of Germans whine like that actually throughout history, with the slight tilt, and that's basically to just force an orbit. But honestly, like, I think he just does this because he's comfortable. So also to give you an idea, he's 6'9", so he's actually taller than his brother, and he's 265 pounds. So he's a big dude. I know he looks tiny, but he's 6'9", so keep that in mind. He's 6'9". That's really tall. He's probably one of the tallest like discus throwers ever to like throw as far as he did. I'm not even about to lie. Like, there's very few discus throwers I can name right now that are taller than him. So that alone helps him throw really far. All right, so he's tilted here. But overall, I like this. Like his hips are pretty even weight distribution. Turns really nice. So he likes to keep this left arm inside the left knee. That's fine. I personally like it to be a little more active, but either or helps. Like, it's fine either way. You can be successful with both. So now it's in line with his left knee. Really like this. So this is a classic. I don't know if like it's just a Harting thing in the Harting family, but his brother swept like this too, where it goes kind of high, so the knee goes slightly up, the foot goes slightly up, and then it gets long. So usually I personally like to coach a lower sweep and not the but honestly, like, he gets into the same position, so at the end of the day it doesn't really matter. And if anything, if this is just more comfortable, like, it's fine. I just personally don't like this knee facing down and the foot above the knee like this. But I really like this position. This is a textbook position. This is honestly looks like the same position that his brother's goes in out the back. But this is also where the similarities stop really in their technique. So really like this separation. So he keeps the discus super far back while letting that hip pass. So really nice chest hold in the middle as well. So really nice keeping the separation. I think he is a tad bit late off his left foot out the back. So that could be a little critique, but it's not that bad. So really nice pre-turn. I really like that. That's a very German thing to do, and that's personally what I coach. And especially if you're 6'9", I really like a pre-turn because it allows you to sprint a little harder out the back. So I really like that. So really like this position. So I'm just speaking on his legs right now. So lands really nice. Now his upper body. So from here, I would expect this orbit to follow this path. But he kind of forces it down. It's really weird. Like, his shoulders are on this path, but his discus goes down. And it's very weird. So he has like, he honestly looks like his brother out the back. So he looks like Robert Harting from this position. And then he kind of has the orbit of like a Peter Malachowski or Robert Urbanek. So a very Polish style middle. So not very low. So it's kind of weird. I don't know why he does that. Because it doesn't look like a natural thing because his hips are doing the right thing. It looks like he should have a pretty high orbit. Like, it looks like, based on his shoulder and the way his body's angled, that his orbit should be like up here. So I believe, I don't know why he does this, because it looks like he purposely holds it down. But at the end of the day, like, it gets into a nice position. I just think it just might just be like a technical thing, a biomechanical thing. I don't know if he has a shoulder injury or something. Like, I truly do not know why he does this. It just looks very unnatural, like very forced, but somehow he makes it work because his lower body is so good. So, I mean, more power to you. I personally wouldn't coach this for most athletes, but I mean, do whatever works, I guess. I mean, it's just very unnatural, to me at least. Like, I don't know. It doesn't look like it follows a natural orbit. Because from here, like his brother didn't go that high, but it would be like here at the very least. But you know, whatever. Like he does get in this, and because he has this orbit, I feel like he lands really open. So I feel like his left foot should have already landed, and he by now. And I know this isn't the best angle. Like this person's head's blocking a lot of the front of the ring, so I do apologize for that. But this was like the furthest throw I could get that had semi good quality. So we're just gonna have to live with that. But so he gets here. Like from here, I would consider this pretty open. I personally would like a discus thrower, especially one as mobile as him, which I can just tell that he's super mobile, especially in his shoulders. I don't know, like it just looks like he's forcing his. It just looks like he's just forcing his arm down, and I think that really hinders him here. Like obviously this is a 67-meter throw, so I mean like that's still really far. I truly believe he could have been a 70-meter throw with a little different orbit, but again, I don't know his actual like. I don't know, like, if he's tried to have a regular orbit, just didn't work for him. So, I don't know. I don't know him. So, this is just what I'm just seeing. So, don't kill me in the comment section, all of one person that ever comments on my videos. So it gets here. I would consider this kind of open. I would like him to just catch a little further back so he could work the ground longer. But he actually works the ground a lot. Really, like I really love his legs actually, and his lower body throughout all of this. I really like what his hips do. Actually, like throughout the entire throw, I really have no complaints about his legs at all. This position I don't really like, so I think he kind of falls away just a little bit. I think he could have got a little more over his block. So I think he just he just got off the ground just a little bit early. But let's zoom in. So I really like what he did with his right foot here. So he lands here. And I really like how he turns. Oops. Go back there. I like this bent knee right here. This bent right knee transfers over his block. If this will move. There we go. So yeah, like pretty nice. Honestly, he kind of reminds me of like Robert Harting from the back, and then like a Jan Zelenzi, or God, I can never pronounce his name. But there was another German thrower who I've actually made a video about him. I just can't pronounce his name because I'm autistic. But I made a video about him. He got bronze at the 2016 World Olympics. But honestly, this orbit kind of reminds me of that. Of his orbit from here to here. And honestly, the release mechanics kind of look the same as well. What I really like is how he holds his head here. So I really like that. Really strong upper body block. I just think he could have just worked the ground a little longer, just kept that block leg. Again, that's also a stylistic thing, I'm pretty sure. So I personally like him to have if I was coaching him, and I just had to give a tip, I would just say, not really a tip so much as I would just say keep the left leg on the ground just a little bit longer, work a little bit more out, really use that length and those levers because you were gifted with being 6'9". So really use that to your advantage. So, but I think that would make your block a little more solid and you could get a little more out. But overall, like, just a nice throw. I don't know, always just look kind of ungainly, but I mean, nice fluid. Really like the acceleration there. So it starts off nice and easy and then really just hits the crap out of it. So really nice. Really like the tempo of this throw. So nice and easy. Just perfect acceleration through the ring. So really nice there. Tempo was really nice. The I don't know if those claps will show up in the audio, but yeah. But overall, just a nice technician. Does some weird things that I personally wouldn't coach. But I mean, then again, I've never coached Olympic champions, so what the hell do I know? But the biggest takeaway for his technique is his legs. I really, really like what he does with his lower body. Really like it throughout the entire throw. Really, very little complaints there. It's mainly his upper body, mainly his orbit. If he had I would say a better high point in his orbit, I think he could have thrown 70 meters. Like, he makes it work somehow. I don't know how he makes that orbit work for him. That's just, one of the great mysteries in throwing to me. But overall, I mean, just, I can't complain about a Olympic champion, so. But, he will forever be in my heart for cucking Peter Malachowski out of a Olympic medal. Oh god, I'm gonna end the video before I just start bursting out laughing. That is just so funny to me. Oh my god. But yeah, overall, really good thrower. Thanks for watching. As always, I'll link his notable accomplishments, height and weight, and PR, and the personal best, and all that in the video description. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.